Welcome to the Locker, Season 5, Episode 28. I'm your man, A. White, along with my man, B. Styles, coming off of a heartbreaking and so we're going to talk a little about that. SEC is about to open up. I don't know. I'm hearing mixed things, man. Some people, if you missed on Sunday morning, Van Hiles was on with myself. I didn't get to catch Monday because I was out of town. I think Van Hiles was on with Tom Leach as well. But there's a lot of people who didn't like some things that were going on. We always going to have skepticism, as Van always points out. When it comes to our team, the worst, you always got to look out for the worst. But everybody else's fan base is blindly leading them. And I don't know if we're at that point. I don't know if that's going to be the topic of the show, but that's where I'm going to start off at, Van. Good win, just a win. I know I didn't get a chance to check you breaking down what you thought might have happened.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I am wondering what lens that I'm looking through, because to me that was the best first game in Stoops history, in the Stoops era. That was, in my opinion, the most complete game. Now I'm gonna say this: there might have been a better offensive game in the Stoops era. I'm not sure. I know the Will Levis first game, I think they kind of went off. I think like the first play was like 60 yards.
Yeah.
We'll play great defensive games. We'll play good special teams games. But that was the first game that where all three phases balled out. Look, and this is the other thing. The other teams on scholarship, they're going to make plays. There is nothing you can say about 31-0 win with a whole pretty much half left. We had one possession. They had one possession the second half, 3 and out. We had a possession, we scored. So now I want y'all to understand, the momentum is on our side. They went 3 and out. We scored. They go back on the field. If we go 3 and out again, man, the floodgates are open. That gets you to 50-something to 0. So I don't know, man. It's weird.
We are talking about 31-0 win over Kentucky. If you were behind or underneath, wherever you're at around the Rock, Plymouth Rock, we only played two quarters, 1.5, came back out, one possession, game called. So we can look at stats, whatever, go through. Like I said, 31 points is pretty good for, I guess you consider a half, but they did score on the other one, so you really got to take that 7 away. That's just output. So we still had 10 minutes left. So we probably had another 2 possessions. We score on those 2. Could have been another 14 in the third quarter, which would put us already at 40. We could have been looking, like you said, at damn near 60. So.
Whoa, but Anthony, hold on though. So you see, but they should have had a pick 6, right? So that's, we only scored 1 touchdown the first quarter, and it should have really been. If we all thinking honestly about it, we picked the ball off. They were in our red zone. They should have scored there. Then they should have scored on the interception. So if you extrapolate back, it should have been really 14-7 them.
Yeah, we can make it that way. Have you seen a lot of that?
I've a lot of it. No, not a lot, but I have seen some stuff.
Okay, so I guess it really ain't a lot. The one that really kind of throws me off, and like I said, that's why I want to know what you think about when you broke down the film and looked a little closer. The one that everybody, and I got several views on that, is one, the Oh, alert. The comments on the offensive line. The comments on the offensive line was one, like you said on Sunday, a big blue wall is going to kind of remind me of after Brooks left, the Joker came in, and everybody was looking for, when Neil Brown came. Oh, here comes the air raid, man. Tim Couch ain't on that team. Hal Mummy ain't calling. Mike Leach ain't calling. So you're not gonna ever get that air raid again because you don't have the players or you don't have the coaches. But so now I think everybody expecting us to be the big blue wall because it's something that Slarman has established in his young life, which is understandable. But I mean, if you play a decent offensive line and just everybody execute or at least hustle, that's what I kept saying Sunday. As long as you hustle, you can still make a play. If you just whiff and you stand there and watch, or you just whiff and don't get busy, you know what I mean? But I'm saying if a guy gets your edge and you keep running them, a quarterback gonna find the lane. So I mean, just as long as you keep busy, it don't have to be that bad. But if you give up on it too early, so I just wondered what you're seeing on the offensive line I say this because what does Steve Harvey say on Kings of Comedy? He is talking about Carolina Panthers and talking about Ray Crew. All the news about your offensive line ain't been good news for these past couple years. So for what I seen yesterday or last week for the first game, God deal with it. I mean, we got something to work with. It ain't looking like the year before last, man, where man, everybody can get some.
Whoa, say it again. Not just SEC opponents. Everybody, right? Even the Ball States, even everybody. Didn't Northern Illinois come up here and give us some problems?
Yeah.
Well. Look, personally, this is the thing about it, right? That's why I don't say too much during the game unless it's obvious to me. Because there were plays I'm like, damn, that looks bad. But then when you look at it, that other team also can make the perfect call against that play. And in a couple of instances, either they made the perfect call or we whiffed. And here's the thing. I personally didn't see an lineman whiff. I'm not saying they were perfect in their assignment, their technique.
Right.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they didn't whiff. We saw a lot of turnstiles the last year and part of last year. I didn't see any turnstiles this game.
Right.
Were they beat or was an individual beat a few times? Yeah, but damn. Don't we beat them too? I mean, are you expecting us to win every matchup in all three phases? One of those guys at USM was recruited by Mississippi State, Mississippi, probably LSU, probably Alabama, Georgia. Now, I'm not saying they were offered. That's a whole different thing. But I guarantee you, there was guys on USM roster that were recruited by all those schools. So they ain't slums. All right? So they got individual good players. Now, their team as a collective probably don't have the talent that we do. No problem. They don't have the talent that we have on our campus. But there's a few players. Dude, them fucking safeties. Them safeties were humming.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Humming.
I don't know about this. What do you grade? Now you got a chance to break down the film and whatnot. I gave my grade on Sunday on the whole team aspect. What do you grade just the performance overall? What do you grade? And I know you're gonna say based off of the top delays, the weather, and all these other things. After watching it, we got some stuff to work on. We still on focus, and that's my big thing. That's where I'm hanging my stuff on. We got the Jimmys and the Joes, man.
Fact.
We got the coaches as well. So I want to see how many missed assignments we had. Like you said, if I'm just getting beat like a guy working and I'm working like we dancing, that's cool. But if you just beat me like I don't belong on this level, we got problems.
That's a hurting feeling. When you're doing your best and they just dogging you, that's a hurting feeling. That is a hurting feeling. Look, here's the other thing. from now that I'm a coach, right? I don't want my first game to be the best game anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me as a coach, I personally think this game worked out how you would want it to work out if you had your perfect scenario. We done dominated a team. We shut their ass out. We scored on every possession except 2. And the one we picked, that would have been at least a field goal.
Right.
They had 14 plays on one drive. They had 17 plays the rest of the drives combined. So you dominating. You're dominating. So, but you had defensively, you had a lot of fuck ups. You had a lot of mistakes. So, when can you get the ear of your player more? Is when you win and I'm in your ass. Because now I can take it a little bit. I can take your criticism a little bit better. Because on the back, and we got a W. But now I'm like, fuck, damn, I did fuck that up. I can't do that next week. Or I can't do that if you're trying to win 10 games or 9 games of regular season. I got to tighten up. Luckily, we came away with the W. So I'm cool with it. CJ caught
here you go. You back to old Van now. Avoid questions. What up, Steven C? Lake Dog. True KY.
Oh, great.
True KY Blue from Spokane, Washington. Ann Anderson, super fan. Jeff Drummond, the man, our peoples. JD Hall, what up? They in there got a live little chat going. Farmer Hatfield. CJ Pauls. I don't know what he paused. What he paused?
Because I said something. I'm sorry. You asked for a grade, right?
Yeah, boy. I see.
You want me an overall grade? Overall grade?
Overall grade
or each phase?
No, I mean, we could do. I'm saying overall grade, like going into put it like this. I ain't even gonna say overall grade based off of the game. Overall grade going into South Carolina, which is gonna be a good barometer, and Georgia the next week. Because just like you said, your first game, you don't want to be perfect. Is it good enough where a B plus, like you said, B plus mean look, we right there. All we gotta do is study a little harder, and we A. And that's what I'm telling you. I wasn't there the other day. I'm more closer to B minus.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying
I'm saying a C plus.
After the film.
I'm saying a C plus. I'm saying a C plus. If we basing off of generality, C plus, a little better because I mean now look I want people to understand a C is a passing grade. don't act like a C ain't good enough. We played a little bit better than a C. I don't know if anybody thought. I mean, you should have known that we was going to whip this team. So I would have given us a B minus, a B plus, if we didn't have the pick, some misassignments on defense, too many misassignments on defense, like some of the mental things. Because why did USM go for a damn fake field goal at the end of the half? That made no sense. So it wouldn't have been 24, would have been 17. So I give it a C plus.
See, the difference between you and I, you always look for you'll try something because you're an engineer. You try something. If it don't work, scrap the whole damn thing. Let's try it again.
No, not scrap, just modify, tweak it a little bit.
But it go way back. We done waste a lot of money.
Yeah, all right.
We waste a lot of money. I'll say this, and this is why I'm gonna start talking this way on radio and on here when we on here. This is why I'm telling you, I'm looking at everybody's grades on there, the common people. We didn't got Collie Cobb that finally showed up. Brent Shays. I think it's Brent Shays. Matthew Chandler. These some new people I ain't never seen.
What's up, Matt?
Here's the thing, man.
That's Coach Chandler.
Here's the thing, man. We in college, you take an exam, take test before exam, or before you get to your practicum or whatever the case at the end of So if you get a C on your first test, okay, you learn the teacher style. How much information is he giving you on the review? You know, where can you go to find the test questions, the answers, the information you need. The next time you should get a B. So by the time you get to the exam, I know exactly how he tests. I know all the information. Bam, I'm ready for A. And this is what I'm telling people when I'm asking this question. This is why I ask it the way I ask it. If you say right now, like yesterday on Sunday, if you said it's and Jeff and you and everybody saying it's a B or B plus. Now here's the thing, man. If you get a B plus on the first test, and this is against Southern Miss, and maybe say we get a B plus against South Carolina. A B plus effort probably ain't gonna beat Georgia, but are we gonna stay at B plus or are we gonna progress? That's why I say, and I called flack a couple years back when I gave him a low grade. I'm really more, I say I wasn't on B plus, I'm probably on B minus. I ain't watch your breakdowns because if I watch your breakdowns, I'm probably gonna give them a C because I know if they do what they're supposed to do against South Carolina, if they beat the dog out of South Carolina, I'm B plus with them because they're gonna have. But for you to even play with Georgia or have a chance to win, you're gonna have to play A plus ball. And I say this because when we beat Alabama back in the 1900s, man, we had a block field goal for a touchdown. We had a quarterback sack in the fourth quarter to turn the ball over when they was driving. We had to go in overtime, and Tim and Craig had a connect. Derek Homer had a crazy ass run. I'm saying it wasn't like we was, just manipulating, matriculating the ball down the field like we normally do. A lot of things had to happen. All facets had to go. So with that said, you said C. Are you at B minus?
C plus. Said C plus.
Okay. All right. So you picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm keeping your information. So next week,
I'm C plus. Now here's the deal. Like you said though, right? This is what this team is. This team, you know how a teacher says you have the potential to be a great student if you do all the little things right. Get your homework assignments in on time. Do the practice exams. Come to my office hours. So then we can get that up. We showed the ability to be an A minus 18, but we didn't do that play in, play out. And the great thing about good teachers, right? If you improve, I might drop your lowest grade. Even though you got a C plus in game one, you keep progressing and doing better, doing the little things. I might say, you know what, class? Since y'all all doing what I'm asking you to do, we're gonna drop your lowest grade.
Yeah.
So
they over here talking and things. So B got a good thing. You think? I think it was pretty like me and Van was talking, but I think it's gonna be like that all season. They're gonna show a bunch of shifts, a bunch of. I love that set, man, and I think you really only do it if you got the personnel. You really only do it on the pros where they had the trips and they zoom Demi out, and they the quads, the diamond look. Yeah, so like you said, like if you throw it to him, he got a screen because they only had like a safety halfway in, halfway out, or a backer. I don't know. Somebody was halfway in, halfway out. Two dudes over top, one with some depth. If he throw him, he got three blockers in front of him.
Look, look. Here's the other thing. This is why I hate these offense. I hate damn Tennessee offense from a defensive standpoint. If you have a running game, now if you ain't got a running game, it don't help you. But if you got a running game, now as a defense, I got to make a decision. Am I going to leave 6 in the box and leave that perimeter a little bit soft over there? Or am I going to dedicate a guy to the perimeter? Now we only got 5 in the box. It's a problem if you can do it right. I personally think when you have, I think all the backs except maybe Wilcox, and Wilcox got screwed on his first carry. His first carry. That wasn't fair. If you take out the first carry, I think every running back would have averaged 7 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Dude, so if anybody's saying our run game ain't, when you don't care who the hell you playing against, You can average 7 yards of carry.
Yeah. Everybody.
Everybody.
And you said them safeties was active.
Dude, them safety were mama. God damn. Woo. I would say this, and this is no disrespect. If our safeties as a collective, because I personally think Childress played probably one of his better games from doing what he's supposed to do, how he's supposed to do it, since he's been here. If we can play like those guys played collectively, this defense is this. There ain't nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Dude, 5 yards rushing and USM had fucking 5 yards total.
Yeah.
Rushing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're talking to me for. You and Larry Ball acting like I ain't tell y'all these boys before. Man, I ain't gonna keep sitting up here listening to y'all, man. When I tell you something,
My bad.
If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, all I need you to do is back the truck up, hook the duck to the truck, hook the sucker up.
Fair. All right, that's my bad. That's my bad.
And JD Hall is on to something when you're talking about some of some of our defensive. And I know Brad White ain't put on. While my defense coordinator went, I don't know. I don't remember Archer, but I did like Archer. I don't know. Was Rich Smith ever to DC?
Yeah.
The 96 year?
Your sophomore year?
The 96 year, yeah.
No, your redshirt freshman year.
Yeah, your redshirt freshman year, yeah. So I'm saying, and y'all, it was that defense was doggish, but man, I just like the way, and everybody was saying, well, Brad White to get himself into a good situation. Let somebody, not so much convert, but he ain't showing nothing. But when he tighten up, and everybody keeps saying, you tell me if I'm wrong, everybody keeps saying, well, we should have been in, when we had him 3rd and 16 and we let him out. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying it's ideal. But him giving up, tell me this, from his time being here, the whole time him being here, him giving up 3rd and longs, 3rd and over 12s, and his execution in 3rd and 2 in the red zone inside the 20, because he knows everything get tightened. Everything gets tightened. Buttholes, avenues, everything gets tight inside the 20. Go ahead.
As I want people to understand this, I will say this. An offensive coach can manipulate things more than a defensive coach. So what I mean by that is that as a defense, you are always reactionary. So it is important because me as a defensive coordinator, I'm guessing off of tendencies, maybe, of what you might run. I don't know. I'm making a call, and I need my guys to execute. See, that's what defense is about. I make a call as, like I said, Coach Smith, like I said, that he would tell us, no matter what I call, no matter if y'all mess up the check, we practice all week, they come in this formation, we supposed to do that, and y'all screw it up. It doesn't matter as long as all 11 of y'all run the same defensive call and y'all execute. It's that damn simple. Listen, in 93, when we should have beat Florida, guess how many coverages we ran? 2. We ran 2 coverages. 2. Nothing exotic, nothing complicated, none that no one else, but I would say we had a senior laden team. Them ran that shit to the T. I don't think we had any mental breakdowns. That's what defense is about. It's about execution. The other thing is about doing your damn job. That's why the safeties are a problem. And I got film if you want to watch it. Here's the problem.
We're going to be able to watch film. We ain't going to have no lag issues.
It's on you. I don't know. This is the deal. In high school, you can roam around and do crazy shit. In college, let the front Anthony, when you got the front seven, you got. Why the fuck is a safety trying to make a tackle 3 yards from the line? It makes no sense. But that's when it comes to IQ.
Yeah.
And not being, I'm not calling the player selfish, but that's a selfish act. That's a selfish act.
I was going to follow that up with this. And I know JJ Weaver talked about it. I don't know if you really went through it. And because I never planned really on being a professional athlete. I just knew I was good. I was going to perform my best and let it shit. Everybody else, I knew I was going to go. And I'm talking, I was a decent guy. Like I was nice. But I wasn't really ever at the point where I know, because that's an elite level. Like you watching Walter Payton, Bo Jackson, them guys, like, man, you got to do something different. I will say this. I gave my all, but I do know my senior year when Tim was gone, Craig was gone, sophomore offensive line. And it was not that I didn't have faith in them. Now, how am I going to accomplish what they want to see when, we got so many new parts? And I used to stress myself out. Like, man, I'm always going to make the first dude miss. I'm always going to get you 3 yards. I'm always going to catch the football. I'm going to move the chains no matter what it is. If you get to me on 3rd and 7, I'm going to move the chains. You're going to call something where I get it 3rd. I get it 3 yards, 5 yards. So my thing was just do what I'm asked. And I thought that would be enough. I'm not sure if it is. And I said that because JJ Weaver said it. I'm sure Childress feels it. There's some guys in that defense, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, when maybe you may think differently because you also played in the NFL, that a safety might feel like, man, I need to get at least 8 tackles a game. So shoot, man, if you letting De'Aaron and Pop eat all day, man, I'm gonna be sitting back at home next year while you getting fed like the rest of the linebackers have the last 3-4 years.
Right.
So maybe that mindset a little bit like I get some of these tackles, bro.
Well, that's a concept that if you're trying to get to the next level is a faulty one. Because here's what GMs and secondary coaches look at. They look at the all 22. They look at, are you getting in the pedal? They're looking at, are you fundamentally sound? Are you where you are supposed to be? Because on that level, you really ain't got to go up there because you got dogs up front anyway. So if you are trying to do too much, the NFL don't want that anyway. So if you're looking at that like that way, that's a bad way to look at it. Do your fucking job.
Man, they over here going too fast. We back to them days where they going too fast in the chats. I'm trying to get everybody on there, man. So I'm just flipping through. So I'm looking for what some conversation topics are, but there's some good stuff. So I might have to go back up. The safeties post. Yeah, the safeties post the gate screw up. That's why they moved Van the corner because wanted to have somebody reliable back there that can't be screw up. Nah, I'm just playing. Last line of defense. I will go. Man, you a good sport, man. It reminded me of when you first started watching Skip and Stephen A. Was like, I like they banter. Then realized later, like, them motherfuckers really didn't like each other. Then you watch Skip and Shannon. And like, damn, they really didn't like each other.
That was worse than Skip and Stephen A.
Like, man, my aunt called me when we first started doing this not when we first started doing it, but 3 years ago. So that wasn't our first year. She's like, man, why are you so mean to that boy? Because he older than me. What was
that? That's the locker room. And the thing about it, I don't talk a lot of shit, but I do talk shit though. And when you talk shit, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
That's so. When I get got, I get got. It is what it is.
And when you was talking, see, all these comments was coming when we was talking, or you was talking when we was talking. But he asked why he don't know why he didn't throw that to Demi. And I think it may have been a design run because he ain't take a whole good look when Demi went out in quads. And I think he took the snap. I believe he just ran it off tackle, like he just cleared out the backfield and just ran it. It looked like a design, but I think like Lake Dog saying, like we saying, a lot of defensively, we ain't show a whole lot. Like we got some damn hybrid safety, linebackers, whatever you want to call it. I ain't gonna say hybrid safety, they would have to be hybrid backers. Like you can do a lot of things. Like you got, well, when you got people who ain't scared to put their head in there and can cover it, because everybody's talking about, well, South Carolina got a running quarterback. Good luck.
Oh shit.
Good luck. They said they changed to a running quarterback.
Hey,
good luck.
Look, Anthony. This is why this defense, I'm gonna just put it out there, will be the best in Stoops history. Here's the reason why. I don't think people understand how many different personnel combinations they put out there. Dude, they had Rayner with D-Jack. They had Rayner with Pop. They had a Fari inside with D-Jack. They had a Fari on the outside. They had Story with Duke. They had so many different renditions of the defense. I'm not sure. That shows you, for me as a former player, they got so much damn talent. They got to find a way to put enough. They got, back in the day, now we had talent in the secondary, but our front seven, them motherfuckers play every snap.
Oh, yeah.
All defensive linemen, all this rotation of defensive linemen, shit, that wouldn't happen. Chris Ward played 90% of the snaps. These jokers are playing here, take them out, put them back. They playing so many different arrangements. So what that means to me is this. In this conference, you're going to get banged up.
Right.
Somebody's going to miss a game. Somebody's going to miss a half. We are not going to miss a beat when someone goes down.
I'll say this. There's a whole lot going on. Hold on, slow down your comments. I'm gonna try. If you speeding up, I might not get to the screen. But let me ask you this. And we talked about this. We Brad White fans. I know I am. He said we got to stop the third, and we just talked about this, Scott. I don't know where you at. You might have been there. We just talked about this, but I will say this: is there an aspect, because I know during the Hal Mummy time it happened a lot. Not a lot because of Brooks, because Brooks has some dogs out there too. But it didn't happen a lot with y'all, but it would happen quite a bit. The SEC was different. The SEC East was different back in the 90s when we played. That if you there, he's saying stop a 3rd and 16. Like everybody has to do their assignment. But if he plays a soft defense, everybody's saying, why do he play so soft? If he go after and don't get there, you're looking at. So I just think you always talk about covering the 9 zones of the field. If you run a zone, if you're running man, which you're probably not going to do. But people always question the 3rd and long. I don't care because I just know our short yardage and our red zone schematics are different once you get to that point. So I really wouldn't gamble. And Brad, and it might be the personnel, but if Brad ain't comfortable with gambling, I ain't trying to gamble. Are you there, Van? Van has stepped out again, so we might not get no film in. What were you doing?
I'm here.
You went to the bathroom?
Trying to fix some things. Trying to, these mamma jammas.
So you concerned about the 3rd and long conversions? Because Scott calls it shit, and you didn't use all our curse words for the day, Van.
No, because here's I say here's the deal. Here's the deal. Last year, let's just go with the one that everybody remember. And Clemson, that was personnel.
You keep breaking up, man. You might have to go back out and come back. Huh? B, I don't know, man. I don't. I don't really think you call out your bangers offensively or defensively until you're in a position to need them. If you in the midfield, you on their side of the field, and they got opportunity. But most of the time, when I watch Van's breakdowns and we talk about it, somebody's out of place where there shouldn't be a window. The one thing that Van does say is that one thing that Van always does make a good point is them boys on scholarship just like you on scholarship. So I can't say that it doesn't. I can't say that it frustrates me getting on there, but I like I asked Van earlier. I figured if I do the math, and I may take time to do it to see how many times do we stop them in third and short, as opposed to stopping them on third and 16, third and 12, third and 15. And if you're going back to the bowl game, obviously you've seen 100 times Van break it down. We broke it down on here. He broke it down. We broke it down many of times. It was not the call. It was the execution, because there was a player that was not in one of the 9 zones. He was in between one of the 9 zones playing his own coverage, which left the catch in the bowl game that converted the. But on top of that, which pisses me off as well, was that they should have never, the personnel that was on the field at the end of the bowl game should have never been on the field, because if you are a starter and we at the end of the game, you got to be out there like Rocky Balboa. You got to be out there, cut me, what do you call, cut me, Mickey, cut me. Hey, whatever I got to do, Ronnie Lott. Here, I can't come out this game, cut my finger off. I don't know if that's exactly how it went, but everybody always make it seem like he just said, cut my finger off. I don't think that's how it went.
Thank you.
You on, man, you on mute. You using all your cuss words on mute? Well,
I'm on
no,
mute?
you was on delay, but
okay.
You was when you was doing this, so I'm hoping you was cussing and use your cuss words.
That's my. I was agreeing with you. It's like I don't think people understand that outside of Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, some of these top flight teams, there is a big difference between the starters and the backups. That's a drop off. When we lost Max, when we lost Andrew Phillips, and the thing about losing, I want people to think about this from that time, because that was a personnel thing last year. This Saturday, that was an execution. I want you to think about this. You got 2 corners and you got a nickel back. So you really need 3 DBs, right? You need 3. We last year really only had 2. And Andrew Phillips had to play nickel. So now we got a DB out there that really shouldn't be out there. All right. So now when you lose both of them, now you got 2 DBs. Now you got your third DB being your best DB. Now you got number 4 and number 5 out there. The number 4 and number 5 don't play. So to have them out there against that Clemson game was a problem. It was going to be a problem. So you got to try to hide them. The other thing, this is why I like my coach a lot, is Coach Smith had a requirement for DBs. In his eyes, he would say, DBs, corners, I want y'all to line up 7 yards off the receiver, not the line of scrimmage, 7 yards off the receiver, a yard outside of them. Those were his requirements. It was written down our DB playbook. However, he said, I want y'all to be comfortable out there. Whatever you do, as long as you do it well, you can do it. So for me, I lined up at 9 all the time. All right. I lined up at 9 all the time. My other DB lined up at 7. That's the same thing happens with this crew. Max lines up at about 7. JQ lines up at 10.
Right.
Y'all was so wrong. All right, y'all got jokes. Anthony, this is what kills me on this. Then we go back. I just had a 2+ hour broadcast. Didn't have a problem.
I thought you was going through StreamYard. So you don't go through StreamYard when you broadcast?
No.
Oh, okay.
So now my punk ass go, excuse my French, come on StreamYard. Now it's act like I'm horrible. It makes no sense.
They ran out of bandwidth since we first started. They ain't got enough. They don't want to pay for more. They're making everybody struggle and instead of getting a bigger server. They just make everybody struggle. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. You know what? Let me see if they'll let me share and be okay. Let me let
Everybody keeps saying that that Sellers is gonna run. Now I understand. Kentucky can't never do nothing right. We got to wait for somebody to give us something. I understand that. Sellers rushed against Old Dominion, which Old Dominion just started being in existence when my brother graduated. Like they only been in existence for not in existence. They came back to existence in 20 years ago, like 2004. Lenora Sellers rushed 22 times for 68 yards against Old Dominion and had 3.1 yards carrying. And we supposed to be worried about him. Like that's what everybody said. We got to worry about him. He rushed for 68 yards.
Anthony, how many points did South Carolina score?
19.
All right, hold on. That so did it, or was it more? Was it 20? All right, let's say they scored 19. All right.
I thought it was 19.
South Carolina had 2 possessions inside the 10-yard line because of fumbles by the quarterback.
Yeah.
On their plus 10. On the first possession, it took them all 3 downs. I think they got the ball on like the 5. It took them 3 downs to get the ball in. It took them 3. They had a quarterback. I think the second play was a quarterback sneak, and they didn't get it in. I don't know, Anthony. See, did you watch the game? I'm not sure. Did y'all watch the game?
They scored 23. My bad. Okay. Old Dominion scored 19. They scored 23.
So did y'all watch the game, or are y'all just going off of the stats? Because the stats are not good either. All right. Here's the other thing. Old Dominion had a chance. They were marching the ball down the field again after they fumbled and South Carolina took the lead. They were marching again. The quarterback threw an interception. And I'm gonna move around. Because fans in the defense, then I'm gonna go back. All right. Now I'm gonna say this. I went in pretty good detail on Watchman Styles. I know it's like 3 hours of content, so I'm gonna try to make this simpler. All right, y'all. No defense, none, just gives up the middle of the field like this. 0. Don't happen. It ain't gonna happen. The first down is like somewhere in here. So for you to move your linebacker outside, out of the middle, means there's something going on here with the defense. This is how I look at things. So if D-Jack comes all the way to the outside, we're giving up something. Something's up with this coverage. Now, I want to show you this. Let me see if I can I might not have started. Weaver pointed at D-Jack looking at this. So that means they got something going on. All right. So D-Jack goes out. When that guy motions in, watch what Weaver does. Oh, when a player checks, it needs to be obvious to the fan. He's checking with D-Jack, which to me means they got some game going on with those two. That's how you can leave the middle of the field open. Because look, we got 2 guys over here. We got 4. They got 1. We got 2. We outmatched them. So there ain't nothing going on. We can do so much with this because we just got them outmanned, right? So these 2 got a game, and they're communicating with each other. All right. Now, what happens and what screws it up, watch what Weaver does when it's back released. Just watch his intent. He starts going outside. Think about it. So that means something's going on here. Because why would a defensive rush in start to peel off? But then he realized, oh, he's going outside. I got D-Jack here, right? Now he's like, He points at him. He looks. He's like, okay, DJ got him. With the failure to say, I got him, right? Because now when he's blocking and he leaks out, there's room. Even with that said, now this is one part I don't like about this defense, but they combo him so his back is to the quarterback. I don't like that. I like eyes on quarterback. So now, even with that screw up by J.J. Weaver, we got a tackle, we got a tackler. He caught the ball on the 10-yard line. He needed 17 more yards to get a first down. Whiff. Didn't even fucking touch him. Whiff. Now we got another one. He still ain't got first down. He still needs about 8 yards. Whiff. If you make the tackle there, it's 4th down and they're fucking punting. So even all you want to say about that guy over there with that call, we missed 2 fucking tackles.
Hey,
man. You can't do that.
Stop without a cuss word.
What? I'm sorry. Then we made this guy look like Earl Campbell. 5 extra yards, 6 extra yards, 7 extra yards, 8. Come on. He had 10 more yards after contact. All right, man. So if y'all want to blame Brad White, y'all can do all you want. That's some BS. I'm going to go back to this. All right. So like this play here, and when it happened live, I'm like, dude, I don't care the result. If y'all been watching us for a long time, that guy right there, let me do a better job. That guy right there, no quarterback, not one in a Stoops era did this. This is a complete, let me go over. This is a complete whiff by Dingle. Dingle can't block. I don't know why we got him in a situation where it blocked. All right, so he messes up. How many quarterbacks in this Stoops era, eyes down the field, feels a rush, and doesn't go that way? Watch what he does. This is so textbook. Watch the right shoulder. He feels him. You know how he feels him? Because he does that, right? But where does his eyes go? His eyes never look that way. His eyes are down the field. That showed me everything. Then while being hit, look at this pass. Dude, that's off the hand. Let's go from this view. Eyes never left up the field. Now, this is what I'm going to say, and this is what I think he needs to improve on, is timing. He reached the coverage. He needs to work on time. Throw it right now. There's nobody out here. You run a corner route, and they're in cover 4. This safety has, oh, shit. I hit the wrong button. Hold on, I got to stop sharing because my screen got a little small. Give me a second.
Also, Phil, I think he also may be able to throw on time if that heat ain't coming that you spoke of.
See, but that's why that's like me being nitpicky.
Yeah.
Because I want him to time that and throw it on schedule, anticipate.
And leave his ribs exposed. Ah, man, you crazy.
No. I mean, he wouldn't leave it totally exposed, but okay. I'm just saying. If he throws the ball right now and throw him open, that's what I would want. If you saw, and I know some people don't like this, if you saw Shedeur Sanders this on whatever Thursday, Friday, he would have thrown it now and threw him open. That's all. That's me being nitpicky. But for him to do this, step up, and head never leaves his read, and to throw this ball, Dude, look at this ball though.
Yeah, it's off by a hair.
Dude, that's not a bad ball.
Yeah.
That's a damn good ball in a situation he was in. Now, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. Anthony, we talk about Liam being in his bag. Bush was in his bag early. I want y'all to understand this, and this is another thing I want to talk about. This is like the hardest route for a defense to cover. I think it's the other way. I think he runs a clear out. He runs a curl, and this guy runs a wheel route behind all that. Okay? So now, this is what I want people to understand. As a quarterback, let me go by the other angle, because I hate the moniker of he looked him down. Let me go back. All right. So, in my opinion, in this defense, the quarterback is reading this guy. He's the one in conflict. Anthony knows a lot of reasons you're reading one guy. If he carries the wheel route, we're going to bang him on the curl. If he doesn't, he bites on the curl, we're going to bang the wheel route because this guy's clearing out. One of them's got to be open. It's either or. All right. So when he's looking, you can tell he's looking right here. He's looking at him. Now, I think he waited a little too long, but he's waiting on him to see what he does. Now he throws. He's going to stay out. We're going to throw it. Now, show you something. That linebacker made a great play. This guy made a great play. Yes, he did. Read the quarterback eyes. He floats there. He didn't pick the ball off, though. Let me show you. Oh, shit. Come on. All right. This safety here, fucked up. But naked open. Yeah, ain't nobody on. Ain't nobody on. So I know this from a quarterback, right? We are reading a guy. We're reading that linebacker there. And we got to trust our principles. We got to trust our operation and our procedures. If he stays there, I'm not looking. I'm like, boom, throwing that. All right. So now here's the deal. How many games you seen the linebacker tip a ball? I mean, I think you saw that in this game twice by us. Linebacker tips the ball and it falls down on the ground, right? Because this guy should have been back there. That's what should have. This guy, and the funny part about it, if I go back, like some people like us DBs will lie and say, well, coach, I had him. I saw him, coach. When the ball was thrown, I stopped and came forward. No, look, watch this. When a ball is thrown, look where he's at. He ain't here where that receiver is. He's at the 10-yard line. He wasn't even close to this guy back there. That's 6. But I understand why. So now the interception is caused because number 5 hits the ball again. If he ain't there, the ball is just incomplete and we go to the next down. He's the one that popped up again for the linebacker to get it.
He messed up and came through with the play.
That shit happens. So, like, for me, that's why I think Brock played well. Because I like his operation. His thought process and his throwing. How many times we see a quarterback look at somebody and pat it, then sack? He saw boom, boom, throw it. Let's see what play this is. We might run through some of these. What time is it? Oh, this is the play I want to talk about. I feel sorry, Anthony. How many times you start a game, then D Homer came in the game, and D Homer might have 8, like got about 3 carries for 40. Then you come back in the game and some bullshit happened like this to you, and now everybody thinks it's a bad thing. I want y'all to understand this. He has him. Now, they ran a stunt and brought him, so he's a free guy. I want y'all to look at this. Eliminate him for a second. Do we not have a hat on a hat? Block, block, block. If he's not there and Wilcox doesn't have to stop here, dude, that's a wall. There,
Yeah.
and there's a wall. There's no other USM guy in this box that's not covered by a blue jersey.
Who got beat? Dingle? Who was that? Dingle?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I think that was that was Anderson. Okay, we went through this play. We can go. Bro, this is. I don't think people understand how good a play this is. Let me go back. Let me go to end zone cut. I don't think people understand how good a play and how hard it is to do. And on this one, he made the right throw too. All right, what they're doing, they're trying to clear him out with that. They're trying to widen Rayner and pop him right in that window. That's what they're doing. That's what he's coached to do. All right, watch what D-Jack does. Watch when big number 8 comes. I want you to see the window. When 8 comes, watch D-Jack go to his left a step. Watch Rayner. He is running that way. At this moment here, there's a window, a big ass window. Like I coach my guys. Trust that he's going to handle it as he crosses your face. When he goes that way, you go that way. Look what D-Jack does. Right there, from a quarterback position, he's butt naked open. In college, he is like wide open. This guy makes the play because he didn't keep expanding. He came this way and should have had a pick.
Yeah.
He's done. He's barbecue chicken. He saved the day. I want you to understand, when that guy crosses his face, most guys carry him another few yards before, then they hand him off to a forward. He didn't carry him, but one step. Look at that. One, he went left.
Well, you're not giving Alex. You ain't giving Alex a whole lot of credit too. Not saying, and this is stuff you always be talking about with you and Reggie Rusk and you playing with different safety.
Yeah.
He know that Alex got enough range that he can pass him off and not have to hand him to him.
Facts. No, you're right. I'm giving him because he's doing this job. A lot of these guys try to do too much.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Because he's where he's supposed to be, and he's looking at him. He sees him. But this right here by a middle linebacker is not done by most. Now he just got to make the catch. If he makes that catch, Anthony, do you think he go house call, or you think somebody run him down?
Nah, it's too much yardage. Too much yardage, man. That was Van Hal-esque. That was Van Hal-esque, though. That second one was Van Hal-esque, too. You falling down, you got you a pick. Let it.
Now, this is now I want to talk about this. Stop, man. All right. I dropped a lot of picks, y'all. All right. This is, to me, I am loving what Bush is doing. All right. This seems simple. Why he's out there? He's out there because when he comes back, we want to see, do they adjust and are they in man? That's the first thing. He comes, he's like, nope. Now, as a quarterback, I know they're in zone. Now I got to figure out what the zone is, right? Because they're in zone. None of these guys move. They just shifted over. All right. So now, I'm not sure what's the operation for this, but I want to look at something. And these are little things that a guy like me looks at. Quarterback, usually you read the safeties because the safeties don't lie. All right, I want you to think of this something. You can see that UK emblem on his helmet clearly. That means he's looking right down the chute. Okay? Now let me zoom out. What he's seeing is this safety starting to move to the middle of the field. Watch. Boom. He moves to the middle of the field. So now, if he's moving the middle of the field, you thinking cover 3, especially with that corner belling. So in cover 3, want y'all as fans to understand, in cover 3 on this side, you typically have a safety that comes down, plays curl or flat. All right. What route they have, let's eliminate this guy because that's what screwed them up. They ran Dane Key on a hook to occupy him. They ran this guy on an arrow route, and then they ran curl. So when he sees he comes back, there's a guy on the flat route. So in your head, you think bang the curl. The problem is they only rush 3. So now they got an extra defender. So now he's looking in the middle of the field. He sees cover 3. His immediate thing is cover 3. Bam. I'll process the cover 3. He runs an arrow. This guy comes. He occupies. That's perfect. Look at that window right now. It's a big ass window. The problem is the extra guy is right here. And he doesn't see him because he's an extra guy. Now I'm going to say this. Anthony, tell me if I'm wrong. The receiver didn't help him either because he just fucking sat instead of coming back to the ball.
The receiver didn't help him at all. Why is he curling toward the outside defender? Why don't he curl in front of the guy? The guy is Fred. Maybe he's seen him. Maybe in full time he sees the guy going out with the flat. But he definitely, if he comes back to the ball, I don't think that's a problem, huh?
Yeah, I don't think they read the coverage because here's what I'm gonna tell you what happened because we ran this so fans can understand. All right, this is right now, in my opinion, they're in cover 2 and cover 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. All right, so we call it cover 6. I think we call it black when I was here. So here's the deal: when you got trips, we talked about this before. On this side of the formation, these 2 guys are only worried about 1. Let me go. 1 and 2. This safety's got to worry about 1 and 2. Now, sometimes you can call lock call. So you go, man, and I'm going to roll on number 3. If he goes vertical, if he doesn't, I'm going to free up. All right. That's how we did it. So what I think happened is this guy gave this guy a call and says, we got trips over here. I got to make sure that guy doesn't go vertical because these linebackers are not going to carry him up the field. So when he goes to the middle of the field, he's reading look at his helmet. He's reading number 3, trying to see if he's going to come up. Look, he's still looking. You can tell by the helmet. He is looking this way. Once 3 doesn't go vertical, look, his helmet switched. Now he's going to help. Right? So what happens is they're in cover 2. Let me help y'all with coverages. They're in cover 2. He's helping on number 3. These guys are in cover 4. And what happens in cover 4, if number 2 doesn't go vertical, he's going to sit. He's got every curl, every inside route, curl dig. So now, when he went inside, now he's number 3. They switched. That's your number 2. That's your number 1. I know, y'all, it seems kind of complicated. Once number 2 does that, I sit. Because this corner is going to get over the top of number 1. They run anything deep. I'm driving on anything inside. Watch. Boom, boom. He sits, drives. That to me wasn't a bad throw. He got fooled, and they did a damn good job of disguising it. That should have been a pick 6, but there's a reason why he's a DB.
Yeah,
I think this is the last one. And no, it's not. One more. Tell me when you want to stop.
Do you
remember Anthony on Sunday? I said I ain't mind the jet sweeps. I just like on 3rd and 2. Right? This is another tight end issue because if you look at it, I think Demi was his personal. It was like almost like ISO, but this guy got so high up, he should be blocking him, washing him down, but he got beat. So now Demi gets caught in a wash. If Demi's out here, that's a first down. So I take all that back. This guy fucked it up. I mean, this guy messed it up. He got penetration, and we lost a blocker. Because you watch in other times in the game, Demi is coming in here and stealing somebody. So I take that back.
Right. Good football play, man. Both sides.
Yeah, good football play. And I'm giving my man, I want to show you something. Wilcox some love. I think Wilcox ran well. I think both of them ran well. I want y'all to understand. He's getting hit there. 23 hazard, ran through a tackle. This guy, right, that safety right there, runs through 2-arm tackle. Boom, boom. Run through another tackle. Run through another tackle. I think these youngsters got some in them. Now I'm gonna say this, Anthony. You tell me I'm wrong. I put this in especially for you. Let's go end zone cut because I think Patterson had a touchdown. He had a touchdown this drive twice and then capitalized. Tell me if I'm wrong. Beautiful hole. Right now, right there, he should have cut up. That step, he should have boom.
A junior, I think a junior he will. I think
now
that's
what
exactly. Happy to see freedom, man. Let me just get up the field, man. The game ain't slowed down enough for him to see that.
Because that's the closest guy. And the other cut looks like he's close. This guy's like 8 yards away. He ain't got no chance. If he cuts that thing up, right foot in the ground there and go there, that's his first touchdown. All right, dude. That's all I got.
So it ain't that bad, man. We got some fixable things, man. We got some fixable things. Yeah, thank you, Stephen, for apologizing to my mama. Because Coach Chandler just want to let Van go wild. Like he got like he ain't got to answer to my mama. Huh?
Hey, what Coach Chandler say?
I told you can't be cussing.
I miss all the banter. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I got into it, man. I'm gonna say this, Anthony. After that game, knowing that usually teams improve, I'm really close. I'm at 9.738 games won this year, right? That I'm almost at 10. You can round up if you want to. I don't round up. I'm at 9.738-ish. Because the way they played, I'm feeling good right now, brother.
I'm gonna stay at 8, but like you said, it was the first game. I'm gonna stay at 8.9-ish, 8.9. I'm gonna stay at that because, like I said, I expect them to come in and be veterans and make less mistakes. But like I said, it's the first game. You know, they get to know each other, and hopefully Brock gets better. So hopefully Brock gets better. Brock gets better. Oh, it's scary. If he gets his reads down and get comfortable with the offense, and Bush is able to open that whole boy up.
How many errant passes did he throw? Like errant. It
wasn't nothing bad. Yeah, but I'm just saying that was a good defense. We ain't giving them enough credit. That was a good defense. But
that was a good second
defensive backs. But I do, like I said, I do think when people start seeing under his tendencies, you know how it is once you get in the SEC schedule, game 6, 5, and 6. And they see your tendency, we're going to give you, it's going to look like this. Nah, it ain't that. And I just, I don't know.
Coach Chandler, since you an O-line guy, Coach Chandler is the head coach of Hazard County, Anthony. I think Hazard County win any games last year. They already won 2. Coach, what O-line issues did you specifically see? You got to be quick because we're getting up out of here. That SC defense end, that SC defense end didn't even start. Like, I like how people cherry pick plays. They were very impressive. The plays that were very impressive. That's like a damn highlight film in high school. You better have some damn highlights. The kid is good, though. I'm not going to lie. He's good.
The real question is, and I know we got the right coach. Real question is, how long is Dion going to be cool with being double and triple teamed all year? Because unless you are an NFL scout and you go and look at Dion getting 1 tackle, 2 tackles after last year, well, shoot, man, that's a hell of a day, man. Have to push through 6, 7, 8, 900 pounds of player. Man, that's some stuff. But you know what I mean? But we also, then that's the other thing I was gonna say. I thought you was gonna say as well. And it's his first game, we had delays. That if Dion is taking 2 and 3 players, y'all other MFers better be eating something. Y'all better be eating something.
And they did.
Hey, if we try to break in a house or whatever, or you can say you get stuck in your ex-girlfriend's house when you was in high school, and you like, hey, mama come home, you trying to jump out the back window, the dog back there barking. I'm just gonna run through I'm gonna jump over the fence and let the dog chase me so you can get on up out of there.
Right.
And then they just gonna be like, what was you doing in my backyard? Oh, I was just cutting through. Nah, and you gone home, you good. But what I can't have is me, he catch my leg and you ain't made it out the window yet. Now we both in trouble. I'm dead and you in trouble. But anyways. Coach Chandler got to stay in the week, huh?
I personally believe that those other guys, Silver, Ripka should have had 2 sacks. Ripka, Ox, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. Linebackers didn't have linemen at their feet because they was, like you said, they was doubling Dion. So it's going to become a point, though, Anthony, real soon, that teams are not going to be doubling him because everybody else is so good that it's making it even harder.
Yep.
So it's going to start getting to a point where they're just going to run away from Dion and try to cut him off backside. But when you start putting too many guys on them and how good these other defensive linemen are, you got 3 on 5, really, because you got the linebackers. It ain't. I think someone's gonna have to change it up.
That is it. You know what's funny? You know what's funny as hell? When Coach Chandler talking about slow to identify the box, and I guess that's Eli's. That would be Eli's job,
right?
Or because he don't know what's on the outsides of both sides. Well, I used to call the box. Who's in the box. So if I made the Mike the outside guy on the end, that mean offensive line, y'all accounted for outside guy, and y'all got the 4 down line on the outside guy. So if the dude come up the middle, I got him. So it's funny he said that, but it seemed like Eli Cox seemed like a smart guy that wouldn't be an issue. And if it is an issue, they need to have somebody else identify the box.
I would say this too. I would say that USM has some stunts too. They stunted a couple of times that confused us probably. And I don't know, I've never played O-line. I don't know how to handle stunts. I know that you have a procedure, you have a path or a drop, and you're supposed to let them come, that kind of stuff. But I don't know if they stunt and he's in a gap that I wouldn't intend him to be in, how you adjust organically, because that happens. I don't think people take into account how hard it is to be an old lineman when that other guy does something you don't think he's gonna do. On paper, it says combo the one tech, climb up to the linebacker, cut off the back. Like, all that looks good on paper until that MF will put them hands on you and he shifts.
But it's like dancing, though. If you follow your technique, it's like dancing, man. If you got your inside, if you post it on the inside and he comes across your face, you lock him up with 2. But if you post him on the inside and somebody comes over the top, or they switch positions, then you just take your other hand off and put your other hand on the other guy. Now I don't know. When I watched it and I've been involved in the stunt on the edge for some reason, it's easy to me. Like the dude just gonna basically bump you off. I ain't gonna say it's easy to me. I'm a little more athletic than offensive lineman, but just the identification of it and recognizing it, I don't think it's as tough as you said it. Just like you feel like rolling defenses and recognizing route combinations is easy for you. Once you've done it a lot of times, it's like, oh, he's doing this. This guy, if one guy crosses your face, somebody got to come across your face.
I will say this. Wide zone, to me, as an offensive guy, should be very easy for an O-line to pick up. Wide zone, you just basically, layman's terms, offensive line is basically turning, and everybody's running down the line of scrimmage. That's you just picking up the guy who comes in your area.
Be turning, they should just be opening wide. They shouldn't really be turning, they should be opening wide.
Turn is not the right word. They're not turning their shoulder, but they are progressing down the line of scrimmage and synchronized.
Right.
But we can't get that shit. We had 2 coaches try to ride zone with Liam and Skang, and we still ain't got it. So it must be a little more difficult than it is.
Yeah, I agree. He might need some new techniques, some new practice technique. Need to holler at Coach Stu, get over there and get that together. But we'd like to thank you all, man, for. You think South Carolina gonna score more than 2 touchdowns?
No.
All right, so I'm keep my streak alive.
No, you right, Ant. You right. I'm looking at. I'm not sure Georgia's gonna score more than 20 something.
See, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm telling you, long as if we keep getting better, it's gonna be scary. That's why I can't wait to see what happened this week.
Now, when I say that, I'm not saying we're gonna beat Georgia. I just think our defense is good enough to hold them to 24 points.
Right. All right, man. When you broke all the film? Or you got
since they only had one half. One half, I did all in one swoop.
So you bringing South Carolina or no?
I'm thinking about it, but they play so bad, dude. That film is
they bring any wrinkles from last year?
Defensively, they're good now. I ain't gonna defensively, that front 4 is legit. I'm not so keen on the secondary. The secondary got burnt like the second series. I mean, they're not bad. I don't think they're with the receivers we have. I really think everybody should get them. If we could get a running game going, and when I say about running game, I'm not talking about big blue wall 2+ 100 yards. I just need the running game to be where it's respected. So then we can play action fake.
Yeah.
I don't know 20, JD. I think we get 30 on them. I think we get 30 something. I'm gonna throw down a weird score, 30 something to 12.
That's weird. That's absolutely weird. We say 30 something because that could be 31. That could be 39. That's dumb.
No, not 30.
I'm gonna say 30 something.
31 or 35.
So it's 12. They getting 4 field goals? That's crazy.
Yeah, they getting 4 field goals.
All right, man.
They ain't getting in the end zone. They ain't getting into the end zone. Hell no. Nah. Not what I saw last week. Unless we do like ODU did, they got 2 scoring drives, less than 10 yards. Now if that happens, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they got to come out and execute. They coming to town. I mean, they coming off a bad game, so they gonna be hungry. We're gonna dress some things up. Hopefully, media ain't talking about them too crazy, so they are talking about us too crazy, where we come in thinking we ain't got a whole lot to do. So, man, I'm gonna be interested to see it, man. This game gonna tell me a whole lot about us.
For sure.
So we man, we're gonna, like I said, like, subscribe, share, follow, bring your friends. And we'll probably be, hopefully, likely be back next week. And